Hit that like button. Hit that like button for me before we get started. Oops. Oh, what's up? I feel like I got so much to say, but can't say nothing. You know? We're going to get into it, but give a minute, see if people were. I know a million people got shows going on, but we'll see. Let's give it a couple minutes. What's up, Sync? Good to see you. Hope you guys all had a good holiday. Knocking my camera around. All right. It's funny. It's real funny. Oh, God. 6-6. And I'm wondering when Bills fans have seen enough. When have Bills fans seen enough of scoring, taking the lead, and then having the defense fail in the last minute? No matter if it's overtime, no matter if it's regular time in a game, when are we going to be tired of it? When are the McDermott truthers going to be done defending it? Before I get into the rest of the game, I just want to talk about that first because it's third time this year, and it's always the biggest moment. We did it the last drive in regular time, and we did it in this drive in overtime, where you play soft and you want them to go down the field and hope they make a mistake. And then when they get to the close to the field goal range, then you still back off. People want Leslie Frazier out. People want Leslie gone because of 13 seconds. Now, who do you think 13 seconds was really on? And I was saying it when it happened. But no, people just constantly say, oh, you're negative. Oh, that's not true or whatever. But every time I'm vindicated. Every single time. No matter what I say. I could say during the middle of the game, well, we're going to lose now because we missed 2 field goals and dropped a touchdown pass early, which we'll talk about. But, oh, no, we're good. And then in my mind, I really believe, you know what? Yeah, that's right. We could really do this. And then what the hell do you know? All that stuff that I talk about week in, week out, during the game, before the game, rears its ugly freaking head. Every single time. Every single time. Every time. I had zero doubt the Eagles would move the ball and score. McD needs to get extended for another 10 years. He's coaching years. Well, some people will tell you that. Well, technically, yeah. But still. You were playing a team in their house who was 9-1, who didn't even probably think of you as a actual opponent. They think they can walk over everybody. Their coach is an arrogant prick. Thinks he can walk over everybody. Thinks he can run his mouth all the time. And you dominated them the entire game, even though we lost. Because we're going to look at the overall scores and stats. And if you looked at the scoreboard, if you didn't look at the scoreboard, you would have thought we won by 20 points. So let's just get started. Drop whatever you want to talk about in the comments because honestly, like I said in the beginning, I got so much to say, but I can't say nothing at the same time. And it's extremely, extremely frustrating. But let's start it off. It's a bad weather game, so automatically you're always like, oh, great, ball security, easy drops, tipped interceptions, fumbles, things of that nature. But we're running the ball well, doing pretty good running the football. We're moving the ball down the field on this defense. And then Josh throws a beautiful pass. James Cook's wide open. Nobody's going to get him down. Drops a touchdown. And even if he did bring him down, first down. It's okay, whatever. Doesn't get it. Drop pass, whatever. and then false start, and then false start, which should have been offsides, but 2 false starts in a row. Then you get a 4th down, you punt the ball away, you pin him inside the 15, and then you get a face mask. So that's three flags in the last 4 plays, right? And then you're just, okay, here's how the game's going to go. And again, as much as the refs were horrible, I never want to talk about them because it should have never came to that. As bad as they were, as much as they try to fix calls for the Eagles, it should not have mattered. It should not have mattered. But you guys need to file an OSHA complaint for the weather. That was absolutely unfair. The Bills playing those conditions. So you could joke about that, but I mean, the fact that you guys have to have that advantage at home and you still don't win at home all the time, that's the real. That you guys should file an OSHA for that. But I think it's not X and O's anymore. I think we have reached the max mental capacity of this team, and now we're hitting mental barriers. Yeah, but it's been like this all the time, constantly, every year. Every year since McDermott's been here, always crumble in the biggest moments. But so yeah, we end up punting there, get no points. After we forced Jalen Hurts 0 for 3, get pressure on him the entire day. Yeah, this year, Miss Fans, this year. But we've beaten you at home every game -1 in the last 5 years. So it don't matter. It don't matter. But yeah, you can have your wins at home. But thank you for tuning in. I love you. But anyway, where was I going? So yeah, you forced Jalen Hurts 0 for 3. Dude looked like a running back. Looked horrible the entire game. Even by the end of the game, he looked bad. And I don't care what anybody says. He did not deserve to win that game. But regardless, then we stop him. Then they get a touchdown. Big drive touchdown. 7-0. Where it should have been 7-0 us. So excuses for what? I didn't make an excuse. I said you guys can have your wins, but you beaten us once there in the last 5 years. That's all I said. Ain't no excuse. But do you think your Super Bowl window is over now? No. Ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing as windows. You got shitty teams like the Saints and the Falcons who are going to go to the playoffs with a losing record, with shit teams, shit offenses, shit defenses, and they can go on a Super Bowl run. So to me, the window it's all football's all majority luck when it gets to the postseason. As you saw, the Giants winning 2 Super Bowls with 500 records against the Patriots. So I don't know. I'll rest on this game. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to bring it up as far as a point why we lost. I mean, if whoever watched the game could see, it was clear as day. But Josh had his cape on, and it was raining because the way he played didn't look like it was. You had control of your destiny after winning the coin toss, no T, and you have to score a touchdown and end it. Yep. All right, so we'll just jump around. I was going to go on a rant, but we'll just jump around. So, how apropos was it that another Gabe Davis, Josh Allen miscommunication happened, but this time it was a touchdown in the end zone when he was wide open. Gabe Davis beat his man. Josh had a beautiful throw. Gabe Davis went one way. Josh thought he was going the other way. Kick a field goal. It's every time with Gabe Davis. Sure, he had a great game. But every game there's at least one miscommunication between him and Josh on what route he's going to run. And it cost us the game. Well, not that play specifically, but the missed field goal woke the Eagles up and felt like McDermott doesn't have any answer for the Eagles in the second half. Nope, he did not. And the Eagles have proven the last 3 weeks that they're able to adjust in the second half. And that's why I knew when it should have been 27-7 in the first half. If you didn't miss 2 field goals and you didn't drop a touchdown wide open, it would have been 27-7, and the game was over. The game was over because guess what? We outgained them in every single facet. Dominated every single facet up until that fourth quarter, and things didn't go well. A good thing, besides Josh, how about that freaking offensive line? Absolutely bullied another great defensive line again. First you did it to the Jets, then you do it to that guy, Jalen Carter, you do it to Jordan Phillips, you do it to Fletcher Cox. They didn't do jack. They beat us like three or four different reps in the run, and one of them was an obvious run situation. They blew it up. I don't give a shit. That's one of the best pass rushers that people have been saying, oh, they're the best team, they're the best defense in the NFL, they got the best front. Bubkiss. They didn't do jack. It means ugats to me. So another great day for the O-line. Gave Josh tons of time. Josh made tons of great throws, tons of great decisions. That one decision, that one interception, that wasn't the be-all, end-all either. It wasn't the be-all, end-all. Sure, the interception cost some points. But again, 2 missed field goals, one being blocked from 30 yards away, and then the other one, which I don't really think it was a block. I think Bass kicked it wrong because it looked like it just was a low-line drive and he kicked off his foot wrong. So it's going to go down as a block, but I think he just missed. Then he missed another one. And then the Cook drop touchdown. It should have been 48-26 by the end of the game, and the overtime should not have happened. That team did not deserve to have an overtime chance. They got dominated at home. And besides me saying it, let's just read the overall stats before we get into player stats. Like I said, I got so much I want to say, but I don't even know how to. Can't even go on a rant right now because I'm just so frustrated and disappointed. All right. 92 total plays to 65, 505 total yards to 378, 11 penalties to 4. We know what happened there. We won the turnover battle 2-1. We got 13 first downs, third down conversions. They got 4. They only completed 4 third downs the entire game. And we were 1 for 1 on fourth down. Rushing yards, we had 173. They had 185. We had dominated them in time of possession by almost double. 29 first downs to 24 first downs. Domination. That's what happened. And we still lost the game. What do you think about the kneel with 20 seconds after the timeout? I figured they were going to do it because guess what? McDermott's got no balls. I knew it was going to happen because guess what? Oh yeah, you could get strip sacked or whatever. Guess what? The Chiefs didn't think about that in the playoffs, did they? And this was a playoff game. Technically, the season isn't over, but it damn well might as well be. Because now you got to run the damn table. Because they're going to go on a bye this week. And all these guys are going to go on vacation. They're going to go to Boca Raton in Florida and hang out with their family. And they're going to be on vacation for a long-ass time if they lose next week, the 2 weeks from now to Kansas City. But they're going to go on vacation anyway because it's a big fucking joke to everybody. 6-6. Oh, yeah, we got our money, whatever. Oh, we fought hard against Philly. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean nothing. Now, if we were 9-2 and you fought hard like this against Philly and you lost and you're 9-3 and you're still the 1 seed in the AFC, then it's different. But, and like I said, there was a lot of great things. But in the end, it didn't matter. None of it mattered. It really didn't. As good as Josh was, as great as that final drive was, and it only ended in a field goal. But yeah, I thought he should have went for it before overtime. Why not throw it? You have to throw it deep, right? You threw it deep you threw a Hail Mary versus the Jets in halftime, and you threw a pick. So why are you afraid about it now? Throw the ball deep. Maybe you got a shot at a field goal. Kansas City did it. Why not? I absolutely thought this offense did a fantastic job. The interception, yeah, another one. 8 games in a row. But, I've heard a lot of people from their quarterbacks, like, Miss Fans is still here, I hope. But I was watching a Dolphins streamer today, and they were talking about, Tua's picks, shouldn't count because they were great plays by the defense. Oh, that was a good play by the defense against Josh there. It's a pick. Pick's a pick. But he didn't let it bother him the rest of the game, and he made plays, made things happen. And let's just get into individual stats, I guess. Bills O-line was stellar yet again, and it's gonna be wasted again. Defense looks good, but can't close out the game once again. 59-yard field goal to send it to overtime was a dagger. Of course. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I knew that. As soon as that happened, I said, of course, we can't make a 30-yard one. And then this guy makes a 59-yard kick that – all right. Josh Allen, 29 for 51, 339 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 82.1 rating. Josh Allen, nine attempts, 81 yards, long of 19 and 2 touchdowns, 4 total touchdowns, 1 turnover. Now, I'm not good at math, so 81, we'll put that over to the 339. That's 340 plus 80. That's 410. So 410 total yards and 4 touchdowns, and you freaking lost still. James Cook, 16 for 43 with an average of 2. Latavius Murray, 9 for 30. Ty Johnson, 6 for 19. Cook is just soft. He can't run against a tough defensive line like that. He's too scared to take contact. He should have got less play. Gabe Davis, 6 for 105 and a touchdown. Diggs, 6 for 74 and a touchdown. Cook, 6 for 57. Shakir, 3 for 47. Kincaid, 5 for 38. Did he even have a catch in the second half? Did he even play in the second half? Because he got hit in the head. I don't know. Maybe he didn't play the rest of the half. Murray, 3 for 18. I guess it's right now. I don't know. Possibly, it's an NFC team we lost to, so technically it's not the dagger in the coffin to end the season. But you got the Broncos, who we lost to, who won 5 games in a row, are 6-5. The Colts are 6-5. The Texans are 6-5. They're all above us. The Steelers are 7-4. The Browns are 7-4. So we have to win out or lose to Dallas and beat the rest of the AFC teams and be 10-7, and you might have a chance. But yeah, if you guys are new, subscribe to the channel, like the video. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough couple weeks. And like I said, having so much to say, but at a loss for words at the same time, it's just incredible. How many times we got to lose like this? How many times? Oh, God. I want to know. I just want to know, are they going to question McDermott? Is the media going to be like, hey, so it's like the 17th time that this has happened since you've been here, and you blamed Frazier before. Now what's the deal? What's the deal here? You know, what more can you do? Why are we always at the end of the games of the year? We're always losing. We're always at, oh yeah, we're in that game, but like when you do the highlights and like the commercials and stuff, they show all the big plays of the year. We're always on that for the losing end. What did we do? You know, like, do you think you can win out? It's up to them. They could. Anybody can win out. Will they? That's the other question. Yes, they'll spot the wild card, but you need to pretty much win out. Yeah. Like I said, you got a shot because, I mean, the possibility the Dolphins could already have locked up the division. They benched their starters because they're worried about people getting hurt. We win that game. Patriots, you should beat them. The Chargers will probably be eliminated by then. You should beat them. The Cowboys, you could beat them, but if you lose, I guess it doesn't matter. And then who's the other team in the AFC we got to play? I don't know. We got one other game. Let's see, we're 6-6. We got 12. We got 5 games left. Yeah. So Patriots, Dolphins, Chargers, Cowboys. I don't remember the other team, but got to win out because 11-6 it might get you in, but still, even so, it might not. We won a division, but we still play for the 1 seed. Well, we'll see. I mean, a lot can happen. You guys were 8-3 last year, and you finished 9-8. So, you know, it looks like you locked up the division, but there is a way that the last game of the year could be for the division, and we both end up 11-6. So, if you guys win the next 2 games, or I mean, if you beat the Ravens and the Cowboys, then you guys won. If we win out, we finish 11-6, and you guys lose to us, Cowboys and the Ravens, you're 11-6. We win a division, so it ain't over yet, but it's close. I don't like to be technical. Technically, it's not, but based off of what's it looking like. You guys got it locked up, but you still got to play the games, But yeah, this defense, man, they fooled us. They fooled us. They with all the injuries, they were balling out all year, even with the injuries, and they proved me wrong a little bit because I said, I don't expect nothing from them. You got to score 30 plus points to win all these games, and they were keeping us in these games. But the Broncos game, we scored. Patriots game, we scored, took the lead with less than 2 minutes. Broncos game, we took the lead and scored with less than 2 minutes. And the Eagles game, we scored with less than 2 minutes. And then what happened? They failed again. Whether it's decision-making by Sean McDermott, missing tackles, letting Jalen Hurts run wild and free because you're scared that they're going to go over the top for a touchdown. So you give them everything underneath, and then they take everything underneath, and they don't make a mistake. So I want to scream. This is the most aggravating thing ever. It's supposed to be fun. And, you get so involved. You care so much. You put content creators, Miss Finge, Mike, you put time, effort. You take time away from your kids, your loved ones, and other stuff you could be doing. And then sometimes it feels like the fans care more about the games than the players do. But I will say this game, they play with all their heart. They really did. And that's what sucks the most is because every time they do that, they never get the reward for it. Never. And, that's still the best team in the NFL that we played. And they didn't deserve to win. I don't care what nobody says. They won that game. You saw the stats. They got outplayed every way. Every single way. Every single way. But those plays that mattered most, that interception led to a touchdown. Then you got 2 missed field goals and the drop touchdown pass for us early in the game. It's little things. I've been saying it all year. It's the little things. Week 1. Oh, it's only week 1. Don't worry, Sean. You're overreacting. Don't worry about it. It's a division game. It's tough. Okay. Now we're 6-6. And that game could have mattered a lot. Losing to the Patriots, the 2-9 Patriots, it's going to matter a lot. Who cares if you beat the Dolphins? What did that matter? What's the matter now? Oh, the only reason why it matters is because now we're not 5-7. But it's still. I know you guys share my frustration. Besides Miss Fans, I know she's happy, but the Bills fans understand. And some of you guys might want positivity, but I'm sorry, I can't be that guy right now. I got to be honest. That's the only thing I know how to do is be honest, be true, be myself. So I'm just going to call how I see it. You went against an incredible team. Put everything you had out there. And when it came down, who wants it more at the end? Whether it was McDermott being soft or not, they didn't make a play. We had 1 turnover and it led to points. They had 2 turnovers that led to points, but like I said, you win a turnover battle, you win time of possession, you win total yards, you win everything but the penalty battle and the game. And you lost. It's like I don't even want to eat. I thought about I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. I get to eat a nice dinner after this, and So we had 34, huh? So 34 plus 13, 47. Should have 47 points or 44 points if you want to count that. Don't want to count that blocked field goal. 44. Yeah. Should have won that game. There's no excuse. Von Miller was non-existent again. It let not surprising at all. Keep giving him opportunities when guys like Epinesa and Floyd and you've got Kingsley Jonathan's fresh. Rousseau hasn't been great in pass rush, but made some good plays in the run stop today. Got a nice tackle for loss. And Oliver was a force again in the middle. Bernard's playing like an all-pro. Another interception. Dotson had a couple good plays. Russell Douglas made some good plays. Benford made some good plays. But I want to ask, and this was the thing that pissed me off the most, why on earth is Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer guarding receivers like Devontae Smith one-on-one? Why? It never worked. It didn't work against the Jags when Calvin Ridley smoked Micah Hyde at the end of the game to make us lose that game. And then we did it again multiple times. Zacchaeus got a touchdown. You stifled the run the entire game. And as soon as you got a nice little lead, on cue, as always, as I always say, big run, big play. So defense can play good all they want. And, there's a lot of blame to go around. McDermott, defense, drop touchdown, Josh's interception, whatever you want to say. I know everyone's going to say officials because they were horrible. Take them out of there. Still. Hey, what's up, my boy? Thanks for coming in. Can Davis be hurting right now? Yeah. And I know you probably just popped in, but that's like the 6th time this season where Josh and Davis were not on the same page on an option route during the game. And this one costed the game because that was a wide open touchdown. Wide open. Man. That was 7-11. Open 24-7. Missed the touchdown, man. Unbelievable. I just don't get it. How can you always be on the wrong page? He's been in the team for 4 years. He's your number 2 wide receiver. He's made great plays for you and some not so great plays, but how? Explain that to me. And why is he the guy you're going to? That should have been Diggs. But I don't even know what to say at this point. And the worst part about it is you got to buy. So now you got to stew on it for 2 weeks, knowing that technically the season's not over, but it feels like it. And you could say whatever people could come at me, my own people, Bills Mafia can come at me and say like, "Oh, you're giving up." No, I'm not giving up. I'm just being as real as I can. I judge things off of flow. Like during the middle of the game, you can ask my friends. I'd be like, "Game over, that's it." And then as soon as they change it, they do something. Oh, we back in it because I go off the ebbs and flows of the game. So turned out I was right again, unfortunately. But I knew it was going to come down to something like that, and it did. At least we can't lose on a bye week. Yeah, well, funny enough, we probably could because of teams like the Texans and the Colts and the Steelers and the Browns and, the Broncos win again. That's a loss for us. We have to hope people lose. But just the fact that we're in this position, with the team we got, an incredible O-line, incredible quarterback, pretty good weapons, not the best, but pretty good weapons. We have a run game because we have a great O-line. Defense is banged up, but they were balling. I don't care. I don't give them no pass because they were balling all season, even with the injuries, even missing 3 All-Pros. They've been balling, so I don't care. And it comes down to the same shit all the time. Well, there was a couple times Diggs was off the field on 3rd down. He was tired, they said. Okay. He makes all this money. Get out there. I don't care if you're tired. Go make a play. You're the best player on the team. Like, the season's going to be over if you don't make plays. So, as shitty as that sounds for me to say as a fan, it don't matter in a couple weeks. If you lose to the Chiefs, it don't matter. So, they need to exhaust every single option. And again, I mentioned when Brady got bumped up to the offensive coordinator, I didn't want to talk about him, good or bad. But one thing I just wanted to talk about that I didn't like was constantly running up the middle, constantly running up the A-gap. Like, this is the best run defense. Got to get off tackle. Toss, something. And it was working when you had Murray and Ty Johnson. Of course, Ty Johnson had another great run that was over 10 yards. I got called back for another phantom holding call. I've never seen this in my life. Never seen it in my life. Because, again, it's not the only thing, but as an O-line aficionado myself, and from playing it for a couple years, and for just knowing there's holding on every single play, and we got called for holding on offensive line at least 5 times, and the Eagles got none. 0. That's my point. Is how do we get called for all the holdings when they did not get one single one? How come we got called for illegal contact, pass interference, but Slay didn't get called for one? It ain't the only thing, but it's the thing. And, again, it should never come down to them making a decision for you in the game. It should never come down to that. Because I always bring up those 3 points, 2 missed field goals, and the drop touchdown. Sure, you don't want to kill Cook over that, right? Because it's early. But then when you look back, that was the momentum that you needed. That was huge. And it wouldn't have mattered in the end if we scored that touchdown there. God. This is horrible. This is horrible. A playoff year maybe with no Joe Burrow or Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes in the AFC is going to go through people like, again, I'm not using any disrespect to this when I talk about Tua. He's never played in a playoff game yet. So Mahomes going against a guy like Tua who never played in a playoff game. Kenny Pickett, who's never played in a playoff game and he stinks. CJ Stroud, rookie, never played in a playoff game. DTR, rookie, never played in a playoff game. Lamar Jackson has only won 1 playoff game, but everyone wants to crown him as an elite quarterback. And then you got Trevor Lawrence, who's won 1 playoff game. So it's going to be another easy ride for the Chiefs to go to the AFC Championship again and probably go to the Super Bowl. No Burrow, no Allen. We can still have that little bit of sliver of hope that we can win out. We have to hope for a lot of things, and I hate that because we should be dictating. Like Mike said earlier, we controlled our own destiny, and we choked again. And I mentioned earlier, I went to Mafia Sports Reports channel. Shout out to the Tommy and Mikey over there. Go subscribe. Subscribe to Nickel City Mafia. Subscribe to Miss Fans. Go to Bill's podcast. Show them some love, please, if you haven't already. But I mentioned this is a type of game that's a legacy type game. McDermott, Josh Allen, this is a legacy game. Josh balled out. 4 total touchdowns, over 400 total yards. And that's the difference between Mahomes and Josh Allen. Ain't no skill different. And I can argue with anybody about that. There's no skill difference between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. They are the same person. They have the same player. But the difference is Mahomes got those Super Bowls. Mahomes got those big-time legacy games, whether we should have won them or not. And Josh don't. So he will never be looked at as what we know he is and what he really is because he doesn't have those legacy games. It stinks because he deserves it. We deserve it. People say like Jet fans are the most loyal. These people they sell their season tickets and don't even go to the games when they lose. And that's not loyal. Like, come on. Man, I'm sorry. I'm probably just boring you guys and bringing you down more, but I had to say something. Like I said, there was so much I have so much to say and so much going on that I can't lay it out in a nice perfect order. And sometimes I'm at a loss for words. I just feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. What are your thoughts on the narrative going around that the window is pretty much closed? It's tough because I get it. I just don't know if I ever really believed in windows in the sense of it's such a game where anything is possible. And it may look like there's a window, But like once you make it into the postseason, all that goes out the window, if you know what I mean. Because time and time again, like people call me a hater. I don't care if people call me a hater. When the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, they only made the playoffs at 10-7 because Lamar missed the last 7 games and they lost every single one of them, and they won the division by 1 game. The Ravens and the Steelers, no one else made the playoffs in that division. Derek Carr in the wild card game drove down the field, about to throw a touchdown to win the game, and they picked it off in the end zone. Game over. Bengals won. Then they beat the Titans without scoring a touchdown, and then we lost to the Chiefs in the 13-second game, and then they beat the Chiefs, went to the Super Bowl. The Giants won 2 Super Bowls, one at 8-8, one at 9-7. And both of them were against the Patriots, but one of them was their perfect season that I'm sure, obviously, you guys are super happy about. But once you get in, it don't matter. Like I said earlier, the shitty Falcons or the shitty Saints, they have a losing record and they got a home playoff game, the 4 seed. They could go on a run and win a Super Bowl. All it takes is a little bit of luck and not killing yourself and shooting yourself in the foot like the Buffalo Bills do week in and week out, and you can win a Super Bowl. So just get in. Just get in. I mean, maybe the window is closed to be considered like they're that team that's going to go 13-3 every year and they're a juggernaut. But, I mean, it's also weird. We were 13-3, 2020, then 11-6, then 13-3. Now we're 6-6. Could go 11-6 again. It's weird. At least maybe next year now we'll know, oh, yeah, we've got a chance of going 14-3. But, no, I don't really think it's closed, but I understand if people have a narrative like that because you can swing it either way. But, I mean, if we can get in, if we can make it into the 7th seed, I wouldn't want to play us. But I would have been extremely, extremely confident if we were 7-5. You beat the best team in the NFL, and you're going into a bye week before you play the Chiefs. We beat the Chiefs the last 2 years in a row in Arrowhead, and we're coming off a bye, and we're undefeated off of a bye with McDermott, whatever that means. So I was pretty excited. I was pretty excited. And then, always get my hopes up. As a fan, you always do that. And then just to be crushed week in, week out, year in, year out. My baseball team sucks right now because they're rebuilding. We got a championship in 2019. I still enjoy it, but hell, when you suck all the time, it don't matter. Then my hockey team's old. We're winning right now. We're old. My basketball team's young and good. Maybe they got a chance. But all the time, it's nothing new. It's nothing new. But I mean, I was undefeated at games. Maybe I should go to the rest of the games, but I'm gonna need some help. Nah, I could never go to the rest of the games. I just don't have the time. I don't have anybody to work for me. I have no employees, so I can't even have them work and me go. So, but yeah. Anything else you guys want to head on before I head out of here and stop boring you? So you can, the Dolphins fans will enjoy their night for sure, but I'm a Thunder fan. I liked them in Seattle their last year and then kept going with them. I don't follow basketball as the sport I follow the least, but I am a Thunder fan. Been a Thunder fan for I remember that last year they were in Seattle. I don't remember what it was, but I was a kid. But they're young and good. They got a lot of first-round picks coming up, and maybe they can make something happen. But we got to try to turn this around, man. I really want to know what these coaches going to say. I want to know what Allen's going to say. I want to know what all these people are going to say about this game. It's going to be the same stuff, though. Nice, I rock with them. I appreciate it. Yeah, they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch. But again, I don't have like the basketball package too. So I don't get to watch all the games. I live in upstate New York, so I don't get none of those games. So the same thing with my hockey team. I'm a Capitals fan. I don't get much of their games either. And I'm all over the place because, where I'm from, there's no team anywhere. You gotta go to New York City or New Jersey. So I'm all over the place. But yeah, like the video, guys, if you can. Subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 400 by the season's end. Not the Bills season's end because that might be ending in 2 weeks, but by the NFL season end, trying to get to 400. I I'm going to try to live stream the rest of the game, like the primetime ones. 4:30 is too early a little bit, but how do you feel about needing to win out and playing the Chiefs and the Cowboys next? Well, I would have felt a hell of a lot. What's up, Jason? How you doing, my buddy? I would have felt a hell of a lot better if we won today. It's like I know we could beat these teams, no matter how good they are, but something like this always happens. And let's just say, for example, we win the rest of the AFC. We have one NFC team left, and it's Dallas. So we win the rest of the AFC games. We beat Miami, you beat the Chargers, you beat the Patriots, and you lose to Dallas, and you're 10-7. You had the potential to still make the playoffs because you got 5 AFC losses. You could have a team like the Texans or the Colts or both that also finish 11-6, but they got 6 AFC losses, and then we can make it. I don't feel good just because of the position we're in. There's no room for error. I mean, technically, there's that you can lose to Dallas, but even so, you want to win because you don't want to hope other people lose it while you're 10-7. This game would have been massive because I guarantee you, if we won this game, we probably would have won out. And that's just a feeling I got. It's not like, is it true? Probably not. But I just would have felt you dominated the Jets. You beat we did dominate the Eagles, whether we lost or not. I mean, you could see if you watch the game or check the stats. That's how I feel. And Eagles fans might kill me, but to me, that was a dominant game. And we basically shut down that amazing defensive front. This offensive line battled their ass off. I know they're hurting right now as far as their body goes. They put it all out there. They left their hearts out there. And trust me, my senior year, we didn't win no football games. And leaving my heart out there every single time and losing and losing and losing was just gut-wrenching. It was horrible. We had the momentum and energy after the Jets game. Now just disappointment and frustration heading into the bye week. Yep. And like I said, buddy, bye weeks are for vacations for the players. So they're going to rest. So that's nice. But even if we won, I was saying, even if we win this game, we go 7-5. If I'm a captain on this team, I'm saying, you know what? I'm not going anywhere. If you guys have the coach will probably say you have the option to go. But if I was a captain, I'd be like, you know what? We're 7-5. We haven't been playing good football at the beginning of the year. We shouldn't be 7-5. We should only have 2 or 3 losses at the most. Let's stay and actually prepare for Kansas City. Not running sprints or practicing for 4 hours a day, but get in the film, strategize, do walkthroughs, try things out in practice. Yeah, sure, you could get hurt, but season's on the line. You have a long vacation in the offseason. The football is the longest break between sports. Baseball, it's over in October. Spring training is in February. Hockey's over maybe April, I can't remember, and then it starts in October. Like, you had the longest break in between your season. You don't even play in the preseason. You whine and complain about preseason games, and you don't even play in them, the starters. So they shouldn't be going on vacation, especially now. But, they will. They make millions of dollars, and if we say stuff like, oh, they should be working, oh, they're humans too, Okay. We got to work 52 weeks out of the year. They work half of that, if not less. It's going to be a brutal waiting 2 weeks to play again. Yep. That's also the worst part. Constantly waiting. It's, I don't know. It's a horrible feeling. Because you could just tell how much they wanted that game. And like I said, the defense, they failed in the end too, but they made some good plays. They made some stops, and they were just the ending again. I also hate trying to eat up all the clock to end the game on us scoring a touchdown. But then at the same time, it's like, you know what? Screw it. That's 3 games now where we try to do that. We score with left them time, and they still tied the game or won. Maybe we should just take every single second possible. Try to run and then get down, and the Bills are gonna. Yeah, I agree, man. I appreciate that too. I think they could beat them too. But now it's just like because anything can happen. Like you saw what happened today. It's like it didn't matter how dominating we were against the Eagles. They got the win. But I agree with you. I think we could win, but we're gonna have to. There's no choice. They have to. It's just, could you imagine us being in this position right now? Like, take the Jets. You could keep the Jets loss, right? Should never lost to the Broncos. Should never lost to the Patriots. That's 8-4. Fighting for the 1 seed, fighting for first place in the division with the Dolphins. Fighting for the 1 seed with the Dolphins. But here we are. We're in 10th place in the AFC. And now we're going to, again, it shouldn't matter what media people say, but they just love this stuff. And you know what really, and one thing I do want to say, it always pisses me off. I was born in the drought. I know nothing but crappy football up until the last few years. And all the time, everybody felt bad for us. Everybody loved the Bill. Oh, we're rooting for you. Or nothing to say. No bad thing to say about the Buffalo Bills when we were bad. And then as soon as we start being good, everybody hates us. We're not the Dallas. They don't hate us like they hate the Dallas Cowboys, but we're the most hated team in the AFC for some reason. You don't think we suffered enough? You don't think we endured enough? The 4 Super Bowl losses in a row. I wasn't alive for that, but it's just crazy. And as soon as we're good, you got haters all over the place. My friends on Facebook, like I have to talk shit and post on Facebook because I know that they're lurking, they're hating for no reason. For no reason. And then if I say something to call somebody out, I'm crying. Oh, I'm crying. Never seen a tear roll down my face. I'm just calling it how I see it. You're still my friends. I still love you. But keep the same energy. Talk about other players. Josh throws a pick. You could talk about it. But when Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow or who's another, or CJ Stroud or whoever, Tua, they throw a pick or a fumble, talk about it. Don't just talk about Josh when he throws one bad play. Hurts had 2 turnovers today. I didn't hear a peep about Hurts even before they won the game. So, but again, it shouldn't bother me. It's a game. I care about it. Care about football. It was a big part of my life, and gotta have some enjoyment in life. You got your family, work or your business. Go to the gym. You gotta have fun stuff you like. But it's all love at the end. Hope they know that. I would have never thought we'd be in this position after week 12. Not in a million years. No. I know. I thought we'd be chasing the Bills for the division. I thought so too. I truly thought that it was going to be like Dolphins Bills are going to be like 12-5, 13-4, fighting for the division. 2 have been playing like a bum lately. Yeah, but at least you guys are still winning. That's the thing. We could play. Like, look at this. Look at that performance Josh had, and we lost the game. CJ Stroud had 3 picks last week and beat the Cardinals. Two has been turning the ball over, and they still won. Like, the ball just doesn't go our way. It just don't go our way. And, Mike, I can't remember. I know I did a record prediction. I don't know what channel. I tried to look on mine and yours. I didn't see it. Maybe it was on the old Summit channel, or maybe it was on the Summit video. I could have sworn I said 11-6, that we were going to go 11-6 and win a division, maybe. But I also had a feeling that maybe we'd get 13 wins and the Dolphins would be fighting with us. But we got to hope for people to lose, man. But yeah, you guys got anything else you want to talk about? And I'll wrap it up here. And, people be commenting on Facebook and all this stuff. And it don't matter. Yeah, there you go. Same old on Facebook comments. When you reach a state of elite performance, you notice all the snakes in the grass. That's why everyone talking trash on Bills now. Weren't 5 years ago. Hey, Jason's been my boy since I've been in the Army. He's a fantastic man. And we always talked about the snakes out there. They're ankle biting. They're hissing everywhere. So I'm glad he brought that up. That's a fact, too. The snakes always come out in the grass. They don't want to talk about the Bills 5 years ago, but now when they're good, that's the funny part for me. People were mad that we were Super Bowl favorites last year. They pick a favorite every year. The hell are you mad about? Jeez. You know what I mean? Like, it's all for money. Like, the betting, like, oh, the Bills are going to be favored to win the Super Bowl. They want you to put money on it. It don't mean it's going to happen. Don't be mad at the Bills because you get their favorite to win a Super Bowl last year, which I thought we could have, but not mathematically eliminated. But when you have a game like this in your hands and you let it slip away, it just kills me. And that's what I'm trying to say, my friend, is just like, that would have been a massive game. 7-5, you beat the best team, and that, people can say whatever they want. Oh, the Eagles didn't play their best. They're the best team in the NFL. The best team in the NFL. Yeah, they didn't have the right tackle. So the best team in the NFL. We didn't have half our defense. They didn't have the right tackle. They're still the best team in the NFL. And I'm sure their players are like, wow, that was the toughest game we played all season. We shouldn't have won that game. I guarantee you. I know Jalen Hurts is like that because he's that type of guy. You know what I mean? He's never satisfied, and I guarantee you he probably felt the same. Like, oh, we shouldn't have won that game. But yeah, like you said, Mike, you're not really out of it yet. Now we got to sit on it for 2 weeks, 6-6. You got to beat the Chiefs. If you don't beat the Chiefs, hey, shit, what do I know? You could lose to the Chiefs, and somehow all these other teams keep losing, and then you make it in somehow. We're never going to know. Maybe the last 2 weeks of the season we'll know for sure. But man, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. And the worst part about owning my own business is when I didn't have my own business and something like this happened, I would call in the next day, but I can't. So I got to go to wake up early for work. I got to go do jobs. And it sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. I love my business, but I want to just do nothing after this, I don't even want to eat. I don't want to work out. The people think working out when you're pissed off is good. I can't work out when I'm pissed off because I don't want to do anything when I'm pissed off. I want to scream. I want to yell. I want to cry just because, like, it's just so frustrating. You wait the whole week. You think about it all week. You listen to, other content creators all week. You get this thought in your head, like, this can really be done. I believe in this team. You care about these guys like they're your friends, and they probably don't even care about you. I probably see them in the street and they spit at me. I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? And then it's over, and then you're just like, oh. As soon as Hurts took off, I knew it was done. Before he even got off the line of scrimmage, I said, yep, there you go. There you go. Oh, wow. The Ravens are playing the Chargers, so if the Chargers lose, they're basically done. They'll be 4-7. But we get to play the Chargers still, so we can basically maybe they'll be mathematically out of it by the time we play them, and they don't care. We'll see. Let's see if I can win my fantasy. I got Zay Flowers. Nope, they're winning 10-3 at half. And I'm probably not going to win. Oh, I got Baltimore's defense, and let's see. But yeah, guys, like I said, I appreciate you tuning in. Wrap it up here. If you want to rewatch it or comment after the lives ended, I'll answer the comments. I appreciate yous. Always love my Bills, but I can absolutely be mad and hard on them. I can be frustrated. I can feel like it's over, but always deep down, I'm going to love them and think we got a shot. So let's see. But subscribe to the channel if you can. If you're new, like the video. If you don't like the video, you can dislike it, but at least subscribe. You know what I'm saying? But Matt Chair, Bills are lost away from McDermott fire. And he should be gone. I didn't even bring that up, but that's a topic we got the bye week, so we can talk about anything you guys want. So you can, if you got my personal Facebook or Instagram or whatever, you can DM me, comment, put in the comment sections, which if you want topics for the bye. I'll be doing the offensive line all 22 breakdown, of course. I'll probably give it a couple of days just to let it unwind. We got another extra week to get content in, but McDermott, I've been saying you got to go. I think you got to go. But go Bills. See you guys later. Enjoy your night.